Good afternoon, this is Jimena Ramirez, and today I'm going to talk about the violence in Reynosa, Tamaulipas. Reynosa, Tamaulipas is a city located in northeastern Mexico. It is the border town with McAllen, Texas, which is part of the Rio Grande Valley. Reynosa, Tamaulipas was once a bustling town. I'm from Reynosa, Tamaulipas. It's a big maquiladora town, and a lot of jobs were created there, a lot of opportunity for people. And everything was going great until 2006. I moved to McAllen, Texas in 2009. So I've lived on both sides of the border, and I can tell you that this is very real and the violence is very intimidating, and it can make you leave your home like it made me leave mine. I will discuss the challenges and the affairs between the people that live in Reynosa, the people that are stuck in Reynosa, and the overall plan to end violence, which has not been very effective. Christopher Woody breaks down the problems between the police, the soldiers, and the cartels. Woody explains to us that there's a battle between cartels right now. It's the Gulf Cartel, and then the Gulf Cartel fought inside the Gulf Cartel there were issues, so they became two groups, the Gulf Cartel and the Zeta Cartel, and they fight to be in power. They fight to be the ones with the smuggling routes. They fight to be the ones in control of the city, and this has affected the way the city goes about. There are a lot of bystanders that have been hurt in these situations. People just walking by and being hit by a missed bullet, or the cartels going into other people's homes in order to seek refuge. The governor had a $35 million plan, according to Woody, in which he would send more people over to help the situation and aid the organized crime in order to get rid of the problem. But this plan has not worked. It's been in the works since 2016, and there has been no change. There are also a lot of migrants in Reynosa right now due to the United States rejecting them. These are asylum seekers coming from different parts of Central America, and they are waiting their trial in Reynosa. Some of them have family in the United States they want to reunite with. And there's this particular man. I read this article by Miriam Jordan. She interviewed Jose, this 28-year-old man from Honduras. He was with his 3-year-old son. He was trying to seek asylum in the United States, and he was sent back to Mexico. As he was sent back, he was kidnapped, and he was asked for ransom. They asked his wife for ransom, $2,000. His wife was in New Jersey, and he was tortured, he was beat up. All of this in front of his 3-year-old son. This is just one of the migrant stories. There are many stories like these. This happens on a daily basis. There are about 55,000 migrants right now awaiting trial and stuck in Reynosa, and there are not a lot of jobs in Reynosa, so a lot of these migrants are being kidnapped and asked for ransom. It's just a very sad thing that's going on. The Mexican president, Andrés Manuel López Obrador, which is the current president, he kind of stood back with this whole situation. He said that it's very hard to fight organized crime, so he's just not going to interfere, which makes these cartels more free to do whatever they want. We're also going to speak about those that already work in Reynosa. Sara Luna interviews in her article 2 women, Eva and Sofia. They're both sex workers, and they work in La Zona. So La Zona is a part of Reynosa, Tamaulipas. It's a zone within the city that permits prostitution. It is legally permitted, and these women get tested once a month, and they're permitted to work. they a lot of these women come from parts of Central America to make money in dollars, because it's mostly Americans that would cross the border and go to La Zona, and these women wanted to earn dollars. But Eva and Sofia explained that since the Mexican troops have been around, violence has increased. The Mexican troops have not helped at all. If anything, they make the situation worse. These women also said that since the violence has risen, their jobs have basically, they don't make as much money anymore because Americans are afraid to cross the border. So this whole situation with the cartels has really affected their personal lives and their welfare. Sara Luna also talks about if going to Mexico City and meeting other people, and she talks about people from Reynosa now having the stigma that they have narco ties, even though they don't. That happens very often. When you say you're from Reynosa, people usually think you're involved in organized crime or with the cartels, when in reality most people just seek refuge. Like me, many of my friends and family moved to the United States due to these problems with the drug cartels. There are a lot of rumors of violence, which most of the rumors are true. A lot of people like to exaggerate the stories, but there was this, Luna tells us this story that Eva and Sofia shared with her about this old woman that was at the supermarket, and she talked bad about the cartels. And someone heard her. The next day she woke up dead with a finger in her mouth. This is some of the tactics that the cartels use to intimidate others and keep you quiet, and so you don't report to the police. I hope that you learned a lot about the situation in Reynosa, Tamaulipas, and it makes you more grateful for the life that you have in the United States and being able to live here safe, free of any violence. The affairs between the police, the soldiers, and the cartels, something that has not been resolved. The migrants are still, some have been able to come to the US, others are still stuck in Reynosa. And sex workers have really been hit by the situation. So I just want you to reflect and be thankful for your life and be thankful to be able to live in a country where we're all safe. I am very thankful for this country giving me the opportunity to come here and feel safe, be able to walk the streets at night without any worries that nothing's gonna happen to me or my family. Thank you.